We're back with more movies and more stunt people in movies because, certain comic book movies and outer space movies by big corporations can't hold the reins forever. We have to move on to bigger, better movies, even those that are not well received by everyone, not because they're bad, but because they're independent movies, they're underground films. So this is Captive State. It's this unofficial sequel to District 9, but it's more of a corporate espionage, sort of The Fugitive, and um, so yeah, this is Captive State with John Goodman, Jonathan Majors, and Ashton Sanders. Um, Pardon the train, the goddamn background. I really fucking hate that fucking noise in the background. It's either ice cream trucks or trains. I don't live in a nice, comforted Hollywood private neighborhood where there's no noise. I'm overlooking the city skyline. I live in the ghetto, as you know. Captive State is coming out Friday or tonight, if there's a preview tonight to watch it. So the bad news is, I feel like I feel like Jack Black when I say there's no video games today. I can't really show you much of stunts in either trailer because there's not much to show you. There's running, there's people running from the bus, there's bus driving, and there's some running. And there's a lot of CGI, but it's hard to know what is motion captured or not. A lot of special effects, a lot of CGI, but it's hard to really give you something, okay? And so let's go over the stunt crew anyway. We got Olivia Bird. Hey, Olivia Bird. Sent you a link, so it's connected to that. So Olivia Bird has her own channel. Please check her out. I'm going to put Olivia Bird's stunt reel in the description. I'm also going to put the IMDb stunt crew in the description. And let me see. I'm going to put Chris Nolte's stunt reel if I can find it. Chris Nolte is the stunt coordinator. Then we have, so here are the stunt doubles. Walter S. Bernard is doubling for Eric Lynch. Ryan Carr is doubling for Ben Daniels. Dominic Giles is for Ashton Sanders Gabriel. Brian Harlan is doubling for Guy Van Swearingen. Heath Hensley is for John Goodman. Brian Neal is for Jonathan Majors. Dominic Elijah Smith is also for Ashton Sanders. Carl Paoli, I think I've mentioned him before, or I gave thanks to him before. He is doubling for Ben Daniels. Then we have utility stunts, which is actually, it's rigging stunts. Brian Christensen. Sarah Holden is a stunt driver. Nancy McCrum is a utility stunt. And Scott Filyaw is motorcycle stunt. So my final thoughts, it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm thinking of District 9. I think of The Chronicle, where the three guys had superpowers. Or like, what is it, that one Amy Adams was in? 30 Dark 30? Or maybe that was a more of a realistic one. There was one where you had to deal with alien life, First Contact. This is one of those movies that you're either going to like it or you're not. It's about as exciting as Glass was. Not a lot of obvious stunts or special effects. There is running. There is some car stunts here, but nothing daring. So even if I did show you a little bit of, like, it's not like overly exciting, and it's hard to tell what is green screen, what is blue screen, and what is an actual stunt being done. So you have people running, you have people walking. It's not like, there's nothing visual to show you as I looked through both trailers. So, I mean, I would love to show you something that's extraordinary, but there's nothing there. It's not exactly an action-packed movie. This is more cerebral than it is action-packed. But every stunt person counts, whether you see him or you don't. And, we have 53 people, I think, in this movie. So everybody's going to count, whether you notice them or you don't. And Olivia Bird, I'm not sure what Olivia Bird, I think it just says Olivia Bird stunts. So she's in this movie. somewhere. We'll see what she does exactly. But, when we're not thinking about Marvel movies or DC comic movies or Pikachu movies, we're thinking about these kinds of movies that, they don't necessarily have a sequel or a prequel or a parallel, or it's based on an older, or it's not a remake, but it does have people you know. Um, Jonathan Majors and Ashton Sanders look like they have a great future ahead of them. They'll probably be in Marvel movies or DC comic movies or um, remakes of popular classics. So keep an eye out for those two. And John Goodman, he's going to still act until the day he dies. I kind of think of John Candy. And if John Candy were still alive, I think he'd take away half of the roles John Goodman was in. So let me show you one last thing. You didn't think I'd go anywhere without showing you the puzzles so far. So I have all these buildings here for Gotham. Some of these are hard to punch holes in. The plastic broke off of that bridge because I was trying to get out. I don't, to be honest, I don't like these things. It's just you have to pop the buildings out of these little fucking things. I don't like them. So anyway, this is hard to keep straight in a straight line. I don't plan to glue this. I plan to put this away, but I'll put some of these buildings in small Ziploc bags to kind of remember where they're supposed to go. But it's always nice, and they'll all go back in the box. But the experience of putting this together is all what makes it worth it. But anyway, honor and respect your stunt doubles. And whenever you see a movie, do a double take. Until next time, until a better movie comes out, keep on the fly.